Lead anywhere, mastering remote and in-person teams. So, if you're leading people remote or in person or both, there's one thing that's true. The old management playbook doesn't cut it anymore. Your job is to maximize whatever setup you're running. So, let's get that playbook and let you get you doing it right. So, first off, hybrid isn't a trend, it's a tool set. This isn't a debate about remote versus in office. This is about using the right tool for the right company and for the right output. At our company, we use both, and each has its major strengths. Your job as a leader is to maximize both styles. That starts with understanding what they unlock. So, if you want to write down what you think it unlocks for your company, you can have on one side of the paper. I'll show you right here. So one side could be, benefits of remote. And then on the other side, in person. And then you can just list out a few things. And as we go through this, you can keep writing down the things that you feel is really great about each one. So, the benefits of each style. We're going to go through them and give it to you in person. It's easier connection, faster coaching, spontaneous collaboration, and stronger culture shaping. Remote. The cool thing is it's got a bigger talent pool. It can cost less because you don't have to focus on just your certain area. You can go international. You can have deep focused work with less distractions, more flexibility for the staff. So, as we've been writing down, just write down on the paper maybe a few things that you think would be really cool. And neither is better. Each is powerful lever when used well. So, point number 3 that we got going on. The core challenges to solve. So, remote leaders struggle with visibility, accountability, and connection. In-person leaders risk micromanagement, distractions, and talent limitations. What solves both? Clarity. You heard that right. Clarity, systems, culture, and ownership. And we're going to talk through the 10 principles that work in both models. So, the 10 principles to maximize hybrid leadership. Hire for fit, not just proximity. It's not about where they work, it's about how they work. Whether remote or in person, hire people who thrive in your environment. So, here's something that you can do. Hire for alignment. Just go and jot that down. So we want to hire for alignment. Alignment. So, we manage off outcomes, not time. In both styles, measuring by time leads to weak performance. Measure about what gets done and how it impacts the business. So, again, here's another key point. Impact. Manage for impact. And we got use systems to replace guesswork. Great hybrid leaders don't rely on memory or checking in. They use tools to make work visible for everyone. And so, here's something for you to write down. Systems surveillance. Ooh, advanced. So, it would be your systems. And then, we're going to make meetings intentional. They're going to be focused. If people are gathering physically or virtually, make it count. Clear purpose, short agendas, and real decisions. Those all make a significant impact. So, next thing to write down is purpose. So, you want to build real human connections. Relationships can be built over coffee or Slack. Simply ask questions. Learn what matters to your people. Intentionally matters more than location. So, here's the thing you're going to write down. Connection is a choice. So, for me, I'm going to simplify it. Choose to connect. And what we got next is you want to blend the best of both worlds. So you have remote folks join on key on-site days. So let the in-office folks block focus time. So don't lock into one model, use both. So having remote folks join in on site on key specific days, and then also the in-person people, let them have the focus blocks. So next thing you write down is flexibility with purpose. So flexibility. With purpose. So what we're going to do, next up we have teach self-management. So in remote settings, self-leadership is survival. In person, it's growth, it's fuel. So make ownership part of your culture. So writing down ownership over oversight. So we want each person to have ownership. And we want to celebrate the results equally. So whether someone is at the headquarters or from a cabin in Montana, recognize it. What matters is the result, not where it happened. And so we're going to write down celebrate results. Just celebrate. It's not about where they are. We just get to celebrate. It's pretty awesome. And number 9, watch for culture cracks. Hybrid can stretch your culture if you're not careful. Create shared language, rituals, expectations. Make sure everyone feels part of the same mission. And so we're going to write down culture is everywhere. Culture is everywhere. So design the system, don't default it. Don't let your model run the autopilot. Be clear. When you do meet in person, so you want to be clear. When do you meet in person? When do you go remote? And why? So having those clear systems. And so that brings it up. It's intentional versus reactive. So intentional. So here it is. In-person isn't going extinct. Remote isn't going to replace everything. But leading well in either one, that's your job. And now you've got the framework. So here it is. The last piece. Lead any team anywhere. Let's go after it. See you guys.